Hello everybody and welcome to episode 1 of A's Adder. My first guest is a lovely fella, sat right next to me called Zain. You should say hello to the camera, anything like that. Look, I've decided for episode 1, obviously not every viewer is going to know who you are. Some of them will, some of them obviously sat behind the camera will know who you are. But I've got 3 little questions for you as a quick fire introduction to yourself. Alright, so how old are you and where were you born?
So I'm 22 years old. I was born in the East End of London.
Which I didn't know.
Yeah.
Although I thought you just grew up in Oldham, but fair play. Are you at uni or college, and what are you up to right now if you're not at uni or college?
So currently, no, I'm not in uni or college, and I'm working. So working a 9 to 5 in a warehouse.
Fair play.
Different type of life.
Different type of life?
Yeah.
Temporary?
Yeah, inshallah.
Always
inshallah.
temporary, inshallah, of course. And how do we know each other? We
Met
both
up-
answer that, but
met
we know each other for another lovely fella called Mehdi. He's gassing himself behind the camera, but yeah, lovely guy. Obviously put us into contact.
What was it, November time?
Probably around when I was still at Redline.
Yeah.
So around then. Oh yeah, it's not even been
No, not even.
It's not been long.
Yeah.
Fair play. First thing I wanted to talk to you about, obviously, is something we have passion for.
Yeah.
That is basketball.
Right.
So I remember you saying to me recently, because obviously I knew you played and everything like that.
Yeah.
But when it comes to playing, this has been ingrained in you since young.
Yeah.
So I want to know kind of introduction into the kind of topic, how young, because I remember you saying your family members played. So
when I was 3 or 4,
okay.
my mum I always had a ball in my hands.
Yeah.
It wasn't necessarily a basketball, but you know when you was a kid and you had the little tykes.
Yeah.
Or you had the toy basketballs. They don't bounce or nothing, but as a kid, you're trying to shoot. So that was from young.
Okay.
But then where I grew up in London, it was a hotbed. So if you look at the basketball talent from London, my age, I was born in 2000. There was loads of guys 5 years before us, 5 to 10 years, who was just guys were just coming out. But you got to think back then, it wasn't how it is now. Now, you get you can, I don't know, have a little 4-minute highlight tape.
Yeah.
Bang, you get you get a school in the States, whatever.
Yeah.
But at these times, the coach has got to fly to where you are, come see you, all that's more serious. So then when I was in London, I kind of seen the environment I was in. When people talk about, okay, in this type of demographic, you have to be this.
Yeah.
For me, I really learned if I want to be go somewhere, it's either through education, basketball, or making something out of myself. I couldn't just sit around and chill. So seeing my family members who played at a higher level, and me enjoying the game and seeing what it gave them, I thought okay, I'm gonna try my best to go to the highest level. The mad thing is for me, I wasn't growing up I want to play pro.
You didn't have that goal. You just enjoyed the sport and playing it. Yeah.
But then that kind of helped me because when I was going up, through the levels, I wasn't thinking about okay, cool. Now I'm in the States. Okay, cool. Now I'm in a situation where I'm talking to certain people. I'm just in the moment, and I'm
love it the game, bro.
Yeah. I'm enjoying it. At the end of the day, I'm always alhamdulillah for the situation I'm in. But then as well, I was thinking to myself, how can I make the most of basketball and progress myself in life? So for example,
both sides of the coin.
Yeah, facts, because bro, I could jump up for a left-hand layup and then my ankle just bends and I'm done, I'm finished. So I thought, okay, let me get a free education out of it. Yeah. But the biggest person that influenced me on that was my mum and my aunt.
Yeah, you told me that your mum played.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
The mad thing is
everyone fucking played in your family.
But okay, it's anyone that knows me, Mumsy, real one, OG in it, shout out to my mum. She's a real old head. When I mean an old head, I mean so my grandma came from Kenya with 5p in her pocket, with my mum. So she straight away had that work ethic of just for me, I had to just not for me, I just hustle, I don't want to say that, but all my family worked hard. So I wasn't just about to sit around in the house and just not do nothing. So my mum from a young age was really honest with me in a way of if you want to do this, you've got to do X, Y, Z. And growing up, as a kid, I enjoyed it, but then I'd learned to view it differently. For example, not viewing it as a game, even though I love playing it,
Yeah.
like when I'm working on my game, I'm thinking of, okay, like, best way to put it, kids when they're 10 years old are working on shooting. I'm working on going hard right, thinking someone's cutting me off. Okay, what's my next move out of that?
So you were going a lot more technical based.
Yeah.
Oh, well, to be fair though, if you had, you didn't have hoop dreams, but you loved the game enough to go into more technical detail about it and understand it better, because obviously your family was so ingrained in it.
Yeah, and I think as well, but like my family, they let me enjoy the game.
Yeah, they didn't push it like.
Yeah, 100%. It wasn't one of them where like I was like crying going to the court, and they were like forcing me to work out. Yeah. Bro, where I am now, I see that. I see parents like rebounding for the kids, and the kids are like catching the ball, taking 5 seconds, and they're going like, and I'm just like, they're there every day and they're not getting better because the kid's not mentally tapped in. I'm not saying I was mentally tapped in, but I loved the game that much to where it was like. You
wanted to improve and do A, B, C, D.
I wanted to get better.
No, but I get it though, because obviously like, football is a bigger sport than basketball.
Yeah, fact.
Oh, at least in the UK.
Yeah.
And bare kids are pushed into playing ball. Oh, Project Mbappe. Oh, Project, you know what I'm saying? Do this as soon as you're born, kick a ball.
I'm not even like that into football, but when I have kids, like, I'm pushing them into football because.
Yeah, but there's push and there's like.
I'm gonna show them it and be like, this is
not
like, this is what can
train,
happen.
Bro.
At the end of the day, like you're a kid, man. You need to go out and enjoy it. And I think that's why, like now, like when I went to college, like in America, when I say college, I'm referring to like university. I'm not thinking of like college here. Do you know what I mean?
Okay, now we're gonna get a bit technical.
Yeah.
Because this is the what is it? The origin story now.
Yeah.
Okay, so you hold on that point.
Yeah.
So you were childhood playing ball. Yeah. Family didn't pressure you into it. You actually enjoyed it. Yeah. So what was your first introduction to team basketball, competitive kind of? How old were you? That kind of thing.
So
and then we'll get to college. Obviously, that's more recent. Yeah.
So like, so looking back on it, I'm thankful.
Yeah.
But at the time, I hated my mum for it.
Okay.
Like borderline, like,
wow.
if it did affect. When I was younger, I did like look at my mum and be a bit like, why'd you do that to me?
How old?
I'm like.
Something like year 7?
No, like. I always played team basketball, that's the thing. But this one particular story I always remember.
Okay.
She dropped me off somewhere and it was like a scrimmage. So it was full of guys that like, grown men that are playing. But I was like 11, 12. So I'm young, like, bear in mind, like, as well, when I'm young, I'm not 11 built like this, bro.
You're not the you are right now.
Yeah,
you're a bolo guy now, but
like,
of course.
I was 11, 12, small, like, I was that kid, people shooting, I'd work on my ball handling. My guy growing up was Allen Iverson and like Kobe. Okay. So I went to the court and I remember the day before I was complaining to my mum. You know when you're younger, bro, you're like, not delusional, but like you're a kid. And I'm like, Mum, the kids I'm playing with, they're bad. They can't do this, they can't do that. But like, now I look back on it, and it's still a problem I have today. If someone doesn't take the game as serious as I do, I'll look at them different. Say for example, I'm getting up 500 makes a day, but I'm not on about just like 10 spots. I'm working on something, and we're teammates. And you're not doing the same thing, I'll almost look at you and be a bit like, why are you trying to take my minutes? Yeah, facts. Like, why am I going to pass you?
No, it makes sense.
Yeah, not why am I going to pass you the ball.
Why would they? Yeah.
So then my mum was like, okay, cool. And she called this guy who, I grew up without a dad. I had my uncle, but this guy, like legit, like I'll call him dad and not feel any type of way.
Oh,
like, he dropped me, so he was at a legend, his name is Harry. Senegalese don, grew up in Italy, and he was like my first basketball coach. My mom called him and was like, look, my son, he wants to come, he's 11 years old. This guy, at this time, he was 26, just got done playing pro, but he tore his ACL. But now I look back on it, like, I'm 22, bro, this guy's 26. And he was like, yeah, let him come through. Bro, I'm 11 years old, and this guy's saying to let me come through to scrimmage with 18, 19-year-olds. And bear in mind as well, my mum's not the type of person to be like, I hooped here.
Yeah.
She'll just be like, yeah, I played a bit. So she's
not someone to put it in your face, but someone, if you ask about it, they'll tell you, yeah, of course.
How like even then, but like she's not like boasting about it. She's just saying, like, telling you how it is.
Facts.
And this guy was like, yeah, bring him along, like let him come through. So this guy now I look back on it, this guy took a chance in letting me come through because he put his name almost. Like, because when I walked in, I had to be like, yeah, Harry sent me. But I didn't know this brother. Like, I did not know this guy whatsoever. And then I went there, and like, I'm on about, this is central London we're talking about. So this is like...
That's your roots,
yeah. Different areas of London are different. But like, bro, I'm on about like, it's full of like guys who either just got done playing pro or just got done playing college or like were playing at a really high level. Bear in mind, I'm like 11, 12, 13. I can't particularly remember, but I remember year 7, 8, that weird time. And I just remember being there and watching it. I hopped on, not saying I did nothing. I probably went up, down, got cooked 4 times and then subbed off.
Honestly,
but like,
the best policy?
Yeah, but like, these are all like 16, 17, 18-year-olds who are fighting to go somewhere else. So I seen that and I was like, you're younger, innit? I'm vexed, bro, that I'm not cooking these, man. I'm not thinking to myself, they're 16, 17, 18, lifting weights in an academy, putting up shots every day.
So you weren't comparing yourself to them, you were comparing yourself to yourself. You were just kind of, okay,
like my
more
performance.
introspective. Yeah.
Like, I'm looking at, on the Friday night, I'm crossing up little Timmy, who's like 4 foot, going to school in West London.
Yeah.
And then on the Saturday night, I'm getting cooked by Ogo. Some do you know what I'm saying? Like, drop stepping, I'm looking like, hold on a minute, I'm giving this guy the same crossover, why is he not biting?
Wasn't it working? Yeah, of course.
So then, like, from that situation, Harry was then like, he literally just like took me and like, you talk about someone like being like a guardian angel, that's 100% what this guy was to me. Because at this time, I was like, I was getting into the wrong crowd, whatever. But like, growing up in London, I now look back on it, I didn't realize I was. Does that make sense?
Wow. Okay.
So what I mean by that is like, it wasn't like I was in that environment and I was like, yeah, I'm intentionally going with these bad people.
Yeah, to do
and
whatever.
then to do whatever. It was just literally a thing of, okay. If that was to happen, yeah. But he'd been through that. Like, his life story, I won't say anything, but like, it was crazy, bro. Like he was his first generation immigrant. He started playing ball late, but his life story before that taught me, like, there's a saying that the people before us are the blueprints for what we should do now, or like something along those lines.
I know a quote similar to
that.
that.
You know what I'm on about?
Yeah.
He was that for me.
Okay.
So like, when I was like 14, he was just like, yep, no girlfriends, none of this, none of that, like, I can't be out at a certain time. Even little things, bro. If I'm walking and there's an elderly lady in front of me or like someone who needs help, I go help them. I grew up as like in a good environment, but.
Where in London were you growing up actually?
So East London. So Barking.
Bit more deep,
like Barking area.
Oh right, okay.
Barking area, Manor Park area.
Okay.
But like that was a very, like that community was really good, but when you're around people, you know, like when you're 13, 14, you get not arrogant, but you have a certain chip on your shoulder. You think the world's against you, or I personally did anyway, because I was seeing like the mad thing growing up in London, bro. I'm on the tube in the morning, I'm with my brethren, we look a certain way. Then you look opposite, you got private school kids. I'm not saying all private school kids look a certain way, but like in London, but no, but you got to think of like even like let's say for you going into a private school, you're not a typical private school kid. I've had conversations with private school kids, bro, and they
you mean the stereotypical kind of...
like I'm sure you got some mad stories about like...
Yeah, I know a few people who are very private school-esque.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So then I'm comparing myself to them. And then
that's the problem.
That's the thing, but then growing up with Harry there, he was like, no, like I remember one quote he had, he was like, and it's so cheesy, but like to this day, like even now, situations I've been in, I think about, he's like, I'll ask you this question. This literally sat me down. I'm like 14. He's like, right, so why is the lion the king of the jungle?
Why is the lion the king of the jungle? I assume, what, the strongest animal?
Because he believes it. So think of it, like, it's mad, like when you think about it, like...
Oh, because that it dictates your mentality, and then if you
it links to life, bro.
Yeah.
So I was getting that type of like mentorship when I was like
at 14. You started off fucking early.
Alhamdulillah, bro, like I was blessed. Like I would not be where I'm at now if it wasn't for that guy, because he was helping me in ways that I didn't even know I was being helped. So like he was talking about...
You were so young though, so
that's what I'm saying.
Sense.
But like, don't get me wrong, like on the court, bro, workouts A1. Like we're working on pro-like stuff. Everything that's bad in my game, we're addressing head on. It's nothing like, cool, we'll do 10 minutes of that, 5 minutes of that. It's straight. Yo, you can't shoot. We're shooting for an hour straight every day. So I was learning stuff quick.
Yeah.
But then we would sit around for an hour and just talk about life. Like I remember like when I first started getting involved with females, me talking to him, okay, this happened. okay, well, personally, this happened to me, so I don't think you should do da-da-da. But he wasn't a guy to ever punish me. Like, I could come to him with a mistake and be
and
like...
it's advice rather than...
It's advice. It's not him lecturing me of why would you do that. He let me grow as a young man.
Yeah.
And then growing up with that and him holding me accountable helped me become... I don't want to say the basketball player I am today, because I don't think I'm
just
like...
the man you are in general today.
Because that translates to other areas of my life.
Of course.
So like university, when I'm struggling, I'm thinking, bro, I was getting up at 4 a.m, working out, because one of our things was...
Here?
Yeah, I was blessed, because he worked at a leisure centre. So
Which one?
In London. In
okay,
London.
okay, yeah.
So he would call me and be like, oh yeah, court's free tomorrow, 6 a.m, we're working out. But it's no if, buts or maybes. It's you're coming,
you're gonna be
we're
there
working
at 6,
out,
yeah.
and then you go about your day.
Yeah.
But then like he would then call me again in the evening. Okay, we're working out again, we're focused on da-da-da. But you know when you're young, like, you need to rest, but it wasn't a thing of like, I'm thinking, oh bro, this guy's got me shooting another 300 shots, da-da-da-da. He's helping me learn about life. Like, because I was always like talented, but I wasn't good. When I mean talented, I'm not being arrogant. I'm not saying that in a way of like, I was amazing.
Well, if anyone says they're arrogant, y'all can suck out.
Yeah, like, I'm one of the most like,
very
humble.
well.
Yeah,
of course.
But he showed to me like, I wasn't as good as I thought I was. And that
reality check kind of type.
But it was a thing of like, I could go, let's say we're doing shooting drill, let's go 10, I don't know, like 10 spot shots from the 3-point line. I could go 49 for 50. He'll be like, why didn't you get 50? And we'll talk about that one shot I missed. But then this is the thing, like, when I was growing up, I didn't realize how important that was. Yeah. Because I'm learning, okay, when something happens or a mistake, it's not about the outcome, it's about why did that mistake happen. Yeah. So like, I literally remember us doing a drill. We would go 20 makes each spot from the 3-point line. Okay. But bear in mind, we've done an hour workout of like, one dribble handoff, come down, make a move, read and react. So we've done our skill work for the day. We're like now we're just getting reps up. Shooting when you're tired. If you miss 3, I'm 14. If I miss 3 in a row, I'm doing a suicide. But he was like, but bear in mind, like for me, now I've got older, like my knees, like I've ran so much, it's crazy. It wasn't even the punishment of running. It was building that mentality of like, you can do anything you like, I'm gonna like swear, you can do anything you fucking want in life as long as you back yourself and you know if I push through this shit right now, I'll get there. But I'm on about like, we finished the workout at 10, we left the gym at 1 a.m, bro. Bear in mind, these times I'm staying with my grandma, Kenyan, like, don't play no games, bro. Like, I had to be home. Yeah. But we're like, I'm running, I'm like, my legs aren't working. Like, when you talk about being tired, my body, nah, like, bro, I've been through college basketball. I've never been that tired before in my life. But this guy never let me quit. So then when I've hit other obstacles in my life, like when I was like 15, got a bit older, I looked back at that time and I thought, bro,
this is not as bad
that's
as,
nothing, man. Like, I've been through worse. Like 3 times a day being like, working out hard, going back, trying to fight the obstacles of growing in that type of environment. And then I understand now like how much that benefited me. So that was where I really started to understand myself and the game and how to view it. That was when I got the reality check of, you're not KD, you're not gonna come down and go ISO every single time down the floor. You need to learn to pick and choose your spots, how to fit into a system, how to be a good teammate, how to be a good person. But then now I look back on it, that's a blessing because there's teammates I've had in the past who have been that guy from a young age. We've hit 18, 19, they've not really grown the way they have. Life's taken them another way. They can't talk to people, bro. They can't communicate with people. They're not developed as a person. So as a basketball player, they're 10-10. But as a person...
But realistically, how much does that really matter?
10 years of your life, like say when I'm 22, 10 more years.
Yeah, it's a decade, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
You can't be wasting time on like, what? I wouldn't call basketball pursuing a career wasting time, but obviously it's wasted time because outside of basketball...
Time at the end of the day is finite. It's the only thing we have.
Exactly, exactly. Death and taxes is like literally like, that's it, bro. Like, that's literally the main stuff.
Yeah, that's how I view it. So growing up and then when I moved up north, that was when...
Yeah, when did you come to Manchester?
I was 14.
I'm pointing here as if we're not in Liverpool.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Northwest, innit?
Yeah.
No, I moved up to Manchester when I was like 14. But that was tough because it was just me and my mum.
So now I'm trying to think, how did you meet, when did you meet Mehdi and Dad?
when I was 16.
Where?
So we'll go like this. So I done 1 year in the Northwest.
Okay.
I'm not going to disclose location.
Yeah, sorry.
And then I done another year in West Yorkshire.
Okay.
2 different playing situations.
Yeah.
2 totally different ones. I learned a lot about life.
Okay.
And I learned a lot about ball.
Okay.
I learned that there's always politics in sport, and you can't help that.
Yeah, of course.
All you can do is focus on yourself and make sure you get better every single day. But then after that year, when I was 16, I went to the States for a year and I played AAU. I was blessed.
Was this in Minnesota?
Nah, this is Atlanta.
Okay.
So that was, when I was 16. So that was, so technically, so this year as well, this is a crazy thing. I had the option to go to Spain. I was looking at maybe going to Spain to one of these academies. Like I just didn't know. Yeah, like it was but this is the thing, like this was a few years ago now. Guys weren't really doing that. And I had my cousins to advise me on things. So one of them went to Europe when they were 20, 21. So
That's quite late, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But see, they played here for a bit, then they left. Okay. Then another one left when they was 18, 19, went Europe, then went to America. So I had both of them to speak to me, and they were like, look, you can go to Europe anytime you want. Like, inshallah, getting paid to play over there next year, like whatever. But I can do that whenever I want. You can't always go to America and go experience that type of environment. So I started to set my mind towards as well, cool, let me get my degree. Let me get that sorted.
What'd you get a degree in?
I got one college dropout. I got 1 more year left.
Okay.
So yeah, because over there they do credits. So by credit hours, yeah.
Oh,
so here I would have finished my degree technically.
Yeah.
But over there I've still got some credit hours to do.
Alright.
So then when I was 16, I went to Atlanta to go play AAU. So AAU is like, if you YouTube it, like you'll just see these like Nike teams.
Oh wait, like the Last Chance AAU Netflix. Have you seen it?
Yeah.
Oh, like
I think I know. At all costs.
Yeah, something like that.
That one. Yeah. So it's like, so that's what I done for the summer.
That was you.
Yeah,
if you haven't seen that, that is serious basketball.
Yeah, it's mad. But I wasn't doing it to level that guy was at, because he was like nationally ranked.
No, but still, like there's a level of like
100%,
commitment you have to have and like effort you have to put in.
Yeah, I was hooping like that, and then I was like going to colleges and working out. So I was learning about the States. So before this, I had like Harry, who was an Italian coach.
Yeah.
So I was learning European basketball.
Yeah.
England, I personally don't think we have like a European identity.
Okay.
We kind of mix between American and European.
Yeah.
So when I went over there, it was a culture shock. Like, I'm on about my first day in Walmart. Imagine like, I looked at all the Gatorades, bro. I bought like every single flavor, like the purple, blue, red.
Yeah.
Like I'm like off
going
my,
ham.
bro, E numbers through the roof, bro. Like it's crazy. Couldn't sleep that night. But I remember when I was there, this is another thing that I'll get into. I got like interrogated at immigration for like 3-4 hours. So bear in mind, I'm in immigration, bro. It's long. Zain Shah got a beard. You know what I'm saying? With them times, I didn't have a beard. But that's what I'm saying. But then this is when I kind of learned more about life and how ball isn't everything. Like I learned I can be in a good situation, but if I can't be myself, then why am I in that type of situation? If I can't.
So thank God you developed yourself with Harry to get to a point where you can handle yourself in interrogation
and my family
as a man.
Like
of course. Yeah.
But this is the thing, this crazy thing. My mum used to work on an airline. So she's telling me,
what
like,
is that?
like, bro, like to this day, I'm like so thankful because I'm a kid in it, so I'm giving her a hug, but I'm gonna find out Heathrow. Anyone knows Heathrow, fat airport, you're having to run for flights.
Yeah.
I'm like, mum, I've gotta go, but only child, like.
Oh, you're only child as well?
Yeah, only child.
Right.
Yeah.
Look at us, man.
That's what I'm saying, man. It's one of them. So it was one of them where I was ready to leave home, but I was like, fam, it's 6 weeks, I'm coming right back. Like, I'm coming right back. But then now I look back on it for my mum, it was different because she's saying, this is me now enjoying the fruits of my labor of I'm able to go to America to go play AAU. Of course, like, I worked hard for it and like, it's only AAU, but it's
not only.
But this is the thing though, like, because of the environment I grew up in, it was like, cool, you're going to America, but like, literally my family turned around to like, you've got no offers. Don't go out there like you've got 10, 12 offers. You like at the end of the day, you've got nothing.
Big-headed.
Nah,
but enjoy the.
Bro, I was that guy that was picking up full court, and I was doing all the things that people didn't want to do. And if anyone knows me, I couldn't play a lick of defense till like 2 years ago. Like I was just trying. bro, I was just trying, like anything. But like, anyone knows my game, like I'll get the ball from A to B, I'll play out of a system, and I can score a bit. I can make the right read on offense.
A bit is an understatement.
Yeah, but like, so then I was like doing that, and I was learning to adapt to my role. But that was where I think my upbringing, it taught me to be humble. So for example, I had a teammate that already spent a year there, arrogant. He came in thinking, I'm gonna be the man, I'm gonna do this, that. First game, we were running plays for him. Was
he a star player?
I want to say yes at that time, and then towards the end we learned that he wasn't all that. Because he came in arrogant. So I think his perception upon himself changed his actual performance. He came in thinking he was going to be the guy that's going to be able to come. He was 6'9", could shoot. But you got to think.
6'9", like 16.
Yeah. He was like, this is a thing, like now I talk about it, like the guy could have really been good.
Surely he could have made it.
Yeah, well this is the thing, he was soft. Like imagine bro, okay, I'm going to say, 6'9", couldn't dunk off of 2 feet. So we're in practice, literally, like, I remember I came off a pick and I threw it up because the hedge came. I seen the
break it down a bit more for because people want to know. I know what you're talking about. Bro.
Okay, so hedge, like a ball screen, the hedge coverage on a sideline ball screen. The person guarding the big is gonna push up and try to almost push the point guard up the floor so they can't really see. So that was what happened. But I was reading the help.
Yeah.
He was wide open, bro, and I was like, it knows me, come off a pick, I'll look that way. I'm looking that way.
A nice little,
so I'm like this, and I'm like, oh, cool, first play in America. I'm like, highlight tape.
Assist, yeah.
Chilling, I'm like,
yeah.
This brother goes up for him and like goes like this. And I'm like, bro, I'm gassed in it. I'm thinking like college coach on the sideline.
About to
yeah, that's what I'm saying, yeah. Like, I'm about to go pick up on D. And this guy, bro, he turns. Bear in mind, I'm 6'4". Like, I could have probably like, off of like 1 foot, I could have banged it. Right, he went like this, right, and he turned midair. So I think, right, he's finna like break it.
Yeah.
And he went like this. He threw it. The rim's here, yeah. He went like that on the side of the rim, and the ball just went up. But like I'm stood there and I'm thinking, there's no way this guy's just done this. So this was the first game. But bear in mind, we're in practice. He's putting people down. This is what I talk about. Just being a good person helps. He's not talking to certain people. This is one thing I didn't like. He was cool with me because he clocked that. Not I could play a bit, but I was further ahead than other guys on that team.
Everyone has respect for somebody who's
literally.
But it's about how you treat people who are maybe, you know what I mean?
Bro, the scariest thing I say is people who are late developers. Because kids who have always been good, you know how they're gonna kind of pan out.
Yeah.
Kids who pick the ball up late, like they can be 18, can't hit a jump shot, but they can just grow that much. So when they're 20, like
different guy,
hitting you with moves that you didn't ever seen before. So when he was treating people like that, I was a bit like wary. But then after 2-3 weeks, because he was bad to everyone else, he kind of moved his way down the pecking order. Anyone knows sport, especially in basketball, you know how many shots you're going to get. You know what your role is within the first 2 practices, I want to say. You just know, you feel it. Is the game too quick? Can I get to my spots? Can I make these shots that I normally make? How am I feeling when I'm playing?
Yeah, there's so many different types of players. There's obviously like, you got 3-and-D, you got obviously role players, you got
role players,
you know what I'm saying?
And the way I view it now is like everyone's got a role to fill. Like even guys who score the ball, they got a role to fill. If you don't average, if your role is to score, but you're not scoring the ball, why are you on the floor? So then he wasn't scoring the way he was, but he was so arrogant to where he viewed himself as too high or too mighty to do other roles. If that makes sense.
He'd be focusing on the scoring and, for example, not coming back on defense.
Bro, like on help side, 6'9", the size of like a dinosaur.
We need him to be,
and like there's a pick and roll going here, and he's on the baseline. He's like this on weak side help. So he's not underneath the basket helping. So you haven't got that guy on the corner. Everyone else doing the right thing.
But
he's over. He's
normally
just
doing
like,
dumb.
Yeah. So then that was when I really learned, like, if I'm a good person, stuff is just easier in life. So like, he's speaking to college coaches, and like, say you're a college coach, he's like looking up here. He's like, yeah, I averaged this, whatever. So he's not around. He's like, hi, my name's Zain. Yeah, nice to meet you.
Yeah.
How are you? How's your family? None of that. And then when I came back, I went to after the summer. Yeah. After the summer, I went to like a few college visits, but I just wasn't good enough. Like I was at that summer, my game jumped like massively. I just didn't know it, because that whole summer I was working out like 3 times a day against like the best guys I could. Like the gym we was working out at in Atlanta, if anyone knows it, Lifetime Athletics in Atlanta, it's like, it's a crazy gym. But like, the facilities have everything you need. Especially coming from England, like, there's 2 courts upstairs, there's a weight room on the 2nd floor, then there's a recovery thing on the thing. So bro, you gotta think, I'm coming from England where I'm getting leisure centre calls like, yeah, court's free for an hour, come work out.
Yeah, Bellevue.
So
like,
yeah.
Let's go Bellevue. Like, it's not the same.
I'm going like that.
Yeah.
So then, to where it's like, yeah, hi sir, yeah, scan your card and you can go upstairs and go. Of course, there's certain times we couldn't go, but
no, but it's a lot more elegant,
bro,
efficient.
It's like, saves a lifetime. We're living right here. We have no excuses to not work out. So we're like practicing, say 8 till 10. I'm in an hour before because of what Harry told me, how he taught me from a young age to always outwork other people. An hour before, bro, I'm working on, let's say for example, we had like a motion offense. So I'm always getting it off of a ball screen. So I'm grabbing a teammate and I'm like, yo, let's play ones, use a chair. I'm reading it out of that. I done that for 6 weeks to 2 months, and I'm getting shots up in the evening with the college guys. Like, I'm working out with them that were there at the time, because summertime hoops, like anyone knows, get guys coming back from playing pro, guys coming back from
it's
playing.
off season, yeah.
Like everyone's back to see family.
Anyone's in the flipping gym, you're paying anyone and everyone.
But this is the thing, like, at that age, I had that mindset, and like, even now, I just like looked at him and I was like, I'm gonna learn from you. But at the same time, like, I was deluded almost, because I was like, anyone can get it. Like, I'm playing against D1 hoopers, bro, and I'm like, you can get it, you can get it, you can get it.
But that's good though. But that's good because you have the mix. Like, you have the mix though. You have that. You can get smoked.
Yeah.
But what I also will do is, if I get smoked by you, I will analyze that and I will take it. And people think that, like, when it comes to like sports, people are just like, yeah, man's because I went to
like an arrogant athlete.
Yeah, like the one you're mentioning. Because he definitely is that kind of guy.
Bro, that is like 95% of athletes.
That's what I was gonna say the same thing. I went to actually maybe not the exact same thing. Let me keep my but like with a lot of like footballers, not that I've necessarily met, but just I went to obviously a certain school where city players would have to like they did their lessons there and then they went back off. And obviously like I was friends with a good few of them. We talk about things, whatever. Some of the stuff you hear about. Not even really them, because most of them are pretty cool, like other people that they may have known and like other people who know them and whatever else, the kind of wider football network.
Yeah.
Some of the kind of attitudes you get are like, oh man, it's horrible.
I think
it can be so bad.
I think as human beings, they're like so put into a box from a young age. And I think if there's not that circle to tell them, yo, like you're good at this, but you need to be a good person, then that's when they then grow up and like become like that. Like I've had multiple teammates
like that.
Man, that's
so fucking. Do you not find that annoying? Because
you know what?
That aggravates me. Yeah. Even though, because you've got a talent. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I enjoyed football when I was younger. Yeah. I wasn't. Listen, man. I didn't go pro. Pro, but I enjoyed it.
And that,
exactly. Yeah. I wasn't that guy, bro. I'm not that guy. I had that. I knew that. I just go kick ball, bro. Where I was growing up, like we have 2 places, the circle and the square. If anyone sees this and knows what it is, shout out to you. I probably played ball with them once or twice. There were basically 2 car parks. Yeah. Both of them were actually mosque car parks. Man. Yeah.
Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah. But then again, people from the mosque were the ones I was playing with. So
yeah, they hopped in, bro. They're jobbers and that. I'm telling you, I know, man. I'm half Iranian, half Kenyan. I grew up with it. I know what you mean.
There you go.
Yeah.
But bro, when you kick ball there, it's a different vibe to like being from where I'm from, playing ball there. It's like, oh, this is really fun. And then you don't ever realize that as people grow, like the personalities can really get warped.
Yeah, I remember like
crazy changes.
Yeah, I remember I came back. Let me jump ahead. So I went to college for 2 years here to get my qualification done. But
Northwest or?
Northwest. So 16, summer when I was 16, went to States. Summer when I was 17, went to the States. Yeah. So I done.
You went 2 summers there? Okay.
Yeah, I went 2 summers there. Yeah, because I had like I had different commitments for like certain teams during the summers as well.
I know you're smiling because you can't say what it is.
I can't say. So I had to come back at a certain time.
Yeah, of course.
But I went when I could, because in my mind at that age, I was like, best people I know are out there. And as well, I was lucky, bro. In Atlanta, like the hoop circle out there, like if Coach Brian's watching this, shout out to Coach Brian. That guy, bro, took me under his wing 100%. Funny, Christian, like devout Christian guy. But like, he knew more about Islam than a lot of people I know. Like we're sat there talking about faith for like hours, but he took me under his wing. So I'm working at a Lifetime. Then I'm going to the skills factory. So to put this in perspective, Skills Factory, guys like James Harden work out in the summer. Load of NBA guys, like, it's crazy. It's a small little high school gym owned by this guy called Jonah.
Okay.
He was like,
damn, this shit is interesting.
Yes, this is crazy thing. So then I'm working out with these guys and I'm getting in their runs. But I'm not like I didn't play pickup with like James Harden or nothing.
Yeah, okay.
But like, I'm playing with like high level college guys.
If you're in the places
16.
there, right? Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So like, I'm learning like, but you gotta think when you're 16, bro, I've been touching the weights for like one year, 2 years, like, but even then it's like little like bench press, pull ups, dips, like
10 kg.
Yeah, like minor things, like looking white. You know when you sit like skinny muscle in it, with a tensing like this, but
yeah,
like,
I definitely can relate.
But these are like 22, 23-year-olds, like Americans who have grown up where when they're 14, chances are they've all played American football. They're banging weights like that. They're coordinated.
Yeah, LeBron played American football.
That's what I'm saying, bro. So they move different. So I'm going there in the summers and I'm coming back during the year and I'm playing ball and I'm like, I'm seeing the difference. Like,
you're trash.
Yeah, and that's one thing I learned as well, is like going back to the athletes warping their personality. I would come back here and I'd learn like some guys here were really arrogant and it was holding themselves back as an athlete.
From getting to that point.
Because like for me, even now, like anyone knows, like I will do anything for the team because I'm confident enough in my ability to get my own. If you tell me as a coach, like Zain, you get the ball from A to B today and you pick up full court, bless. You need me to do that, I'll do that. And I can say that wholeheartedly because I grew up in that type of environment. But now I look back on it, I think that's because from a young age, I've always had a certain level of confidence in myself to where, cool, that's my role week 1 through 3, right? Week 4, I'm going to work so hard to where you're going to start running plays for me. Yeah. Or I'll start mixing my work in. Come off a pick, cool, there's a big one trick. Oh, I can't pass him the ball, I got ISO. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think that came from me learning from a young age, let me be a good person first, and the rest of this hoop stuff will
follow.
Yeah, it's just like life, bro. If you're a bad person, bad stuff happens to you. If you're a good person,
do you believe in karma then?
Oh, 100%.
This is a random thing I just thought of.
I'll tell you what's crazy. I grew up, so my mom's Muslim, whole family's Muslim. But my mum is very spiritual. She believes in karma. She like, bro, I was like 5 years, I don't know, Bahur. I'm trying to think what that translates to. Bahur, it's like a saging process. Okay. It might be a Middle Eastern thing, but you like.
Never heard of it. There's no fair play.
So like she'll go around the house and like a cleansing. So from a young age, bro, I was I had the faith of like religious, like there's someone up there.
Yeah, Allah.
And then also the karma of like my mum being like, just be a good person. Because even like, I like one thing, there's a Middle Eastern saying which is like, don't spit up in the sky because it will come back and it will land on you, which basically says, I shouldn't.
That makes perfect sense.
Like don't be a bad person, or don't, say for example, I'm like, why is Amari wearing these Air Max 1 Concept crepes, bruv? Like, I'm dead crepes, fam. And then, because then God's listening to me, or like, in a higher being, whatever you believe in, is listening, like the universe is listening to me. 6 months later, bro, something will happen that I'll turn around and be like, you know what's weird? I said 6 months ago that whatever, and it will happen.
Do you really think it's not just coincidence, though?
Nah, I do truly believe that, like, because for example, manifestation.
You believe in that? I haven't really gone into that fully yet.
Oh, bro, I'm really into that.
Okay.
But the reason why I believe in that is because when I was 18, that whole year I struggled massively. Like, I really struggled with just, like, it was that tough age of I'm 17 to 18. So I know I'm gonna go, my mind, I'm like, I'm 18, bro, I'm gone. I'm going to college, I'm out here, I'm playing college ball, safe. But at that time, I was going through like a transition period in my life outside of the basketball. But
this is the growth.
This is the growth side. Yeah. And like I got with a girl. I learned about relationships.
What age?
17.
Okay.
17.
So this is pre your current.
Yeah. So then that happened, and then I kind of learned more about how other people treat other people. As in that, not everyone would, like, for me, I personally believe do good to other people because you just don't know. And as well, like...
You never know anyone, really.
And as well, like, as a human being, bro, what right do I have to put you down?
I heard that.
You know?
Yeah, I said that.
And then, so then, that year was tough for me because I had a lot of family stuff going on. So what I would do is, it sounds really corny, I've always meditated and I've always done yoga. Like from when I was 16, because spending the summers there, we'd do an hour just stretching, bro. But I'd just feel at peace. So I would spend 5 minutes and I would manifest. I would literally close my eyes and I would like think about me signing my national letter of intent. So when you commit to a like college in the States, you have to sign it on an athletic scholarship. Basically saying that you like agree to the NCAA, whatever.
Oh, terms and conditions,
yeah,
all that stuff.
stuff like that. So I would like sit there at night and I would think about it 5 minutes every night. And everything that I've thought about in that way, I've given my energy to, has happened in some type of way. Whether it be how I wanted it to or not, no, maybe not the exact way, but there'll be things that are very similar. So for example,
so the right thing has happened, even though you might have not asked for that exact thing.
Yeah, like it's crazy.
Interesting.
So like, so for the national letter of intent, I'll use that as an example. I envisioned myself signing it in America. I signed it at home on a wooden, but for example, my mum from a young age was like, when you do this, think about how the pen feels in your hand. Think about how the paper feels. Think about all of these, like the smallest details, what shoes you're wearing, how you feeling, what have you eaten. So you put yourself in that moment.
What shoes you're wearing, that is technical as hell.
Yeah, it's crazy. But like, this is what I'm saying, like I'm so blessed. Like I'm, alhamdulillah, bro, for my upbringing because I had that from a young age.
Yeah.
So I was like 16 and like, you take that now to a 16-year-old, bro, and they're gonna be like, Mom, what are you smoking, bruv? Like, you're right. But that age, I'm like.
Especially where we're from.
Yeah, literally.
Especially,
but I'm thinking, I'm like, you know what? That's someone who's been there, done it, and it's my mum. I'm gonna listen to her.
Yeah, of course.
Bro, I signed my
blueprint, that quote you were talking about. Yeah.
I have multiple people in my life that are like that. So I signed my national letter of intent on a wooden table in my living room. The week before that, we had a marble table. So if anyone knows the marble table in my gaff, it was fat, bro. It's typical Middle Eastern, like, it was my mum's one thing she wanted, and it broke. Snapped in half. She got a wooden one from IKEA. Tell me why for the past 6 months I thought I was gonna sign it on a wooden table. The reason why I thought wooden, because when you go to America, a lot of the school tables are wooden. I'm not gonna think I'm gonna sign it on a marble table. Bro, a week later I get, then in the summer, the school sends me my national letter of intent and I sign it at home so it's quicker.
So like, did you, when you had this pen, are you like, damn, like?
Nah, you know what's mad? I didn't even think about it.
That's what I was thinking. Have you connected those?
So this is what happened. So my mom got the call from the coach.
Yeah, because you gotta call your parents.
Yeah, whatever. But I'm at home so I came back. So this summertime this time as well, I'm 18 and I was like, bro, it was.
Okay, now we're getting up
It's funny, yeah. I was like, it was February and I'm like, I've not signed anywhere. Oh my God, I'm not going. Like, I'm terrible. Bro, I was on UCAS. Anyone knows me. This is a funny story as well. Bun, my college teacher, yeah, I don't know if you know, Bun, my college teacher who told me that I can't go to America to go play basketball because I'll never forget it.
Is it that?
Bro, I was doing the UCAS application, right? And bear in mind, yeah, do you remember when you had the option, maybe like when you do it different, you can tick for a gap year.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Fam, I tick gap year thinking, bro, I'm not playing ball here, you mad. Ignorant, but I'm thinking I'm going to the highest level I can, NCAA. This woman taps me and goes to me saying, can we have a conversation, please? But you know how like these people from a different demographic speak, innit? Bear speaking down to me like it was a bit different.
Oh, believe me, yeah.
No, sorry, not different demographic. From that type of like, that job, some of them they can speak down to you.
Teachers-wise?
Yeah, teachers-wise, yeah, facts, bro.
Some of them aren't P. Yeah, some of them are like, yeah. Some of them,
She goes to me like, I just personally don't think that's smart for you to do that. And I was like.
As if she knows
what I've been through, bro.
Yeah.
I'm thinking, she ain't been in them gyms in like 4 a.m. Like she wants shooting with me in the gym, bro. So I'm like, I'm out of here, like, I'm alright. So then,
how'd you even handle, bro? I know, because I'm only 19 now.
Yeah.
I'd probably react the same way to that conversation, because even like, uni is obviously quite forced upon people here.
Especially in England,
in England, yeah, uni is the traditional.
You know what, like, respect anyone that's going uni, but me personally, I couldn't really do it, especially not at 18 right away. But I was, anyway, getting back to the point, it was like, I was stressing, like, oh, I'm gonna have to go to uni, and then it just happened, like, it was one summer, and the funny thing is, it was the day I thought to myself, I was gonna go to Leeds Beckett.
Right.
I was gonna go to Leeds Beckett. I had a situation sorted up there. Because these times they had a team. So this was like.
Oh yeah, I'm forgetting uni, of course.
Yeah. Like, bro, I went about to, my mum would have like, I don't know what she would have done if I would have just stopped playing. Because like, But that was the thing, like, I was like, in my mind, I'm like, I'm going Leeds. Even like my man them behind the camera, I was ready to go. Like, everyone knew that. I was like, and this is the thing as well, the girl I was with at the time was going Leeds. So this is where, like, I started to learn more about people. I'll tell you about this. So then that happened, and then I found out she wasn't faithful for like the whole time. But bear in mind, me, bro,
How long
I
were you
was
together for?
like, it was a minute. Like, I want to say like over a year.
Damn.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro. So then it was one of them where I learned, like, this is the thing though, innit? Like, I'm just gonna say it. I'm like very happy in a relationship, like committed, like that's like my wife, bro, like, innit, one of them.
Shout out
but
to
like,
her.
but she's not, the girl that done it isn't happy. And that's where I come back to, like, if you're not good to people, bro, karma comes around and it gets you, man. That's just what I'm a true believer in. So then I was ready to up and leave my whole life to go Leeds. But then this coach calls my mum and is like, hello, is Zain there? Thick, like, Southern American accent, like, is Zain there? I need to speak to him. But he was like, hello, madam. And then, like, everything, he spoke to my mum. But my mum's one of these people where she's very good at reading. I don't know how, she's always had this ability. Even when I was a kid, like, I'd introduced her to, like, one of my friends. She was just, like, distance herself from him. You know,
Mums.
Yeah.
Mums get that vibe.
Especially single child and that.
I think
Bro,
they just
that's
have a
what I'm
heightened
saying.
sense.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is,
I
but
don't
yeah.
know.
I can definitely relate
So
to
then, so then, this was the only coach. She was like, yes, you can speak to him right away. Because normally she'd be like, okay,
Let
cool,
me know
let
first.
me do whatever. Offered me on the spot. Hi, we've seen your tape, da da da. And I was like, I'll never forget it, bro. The chase was on in the background. I'm sat there in my grey joggers. Anyone knows about my Prestos back in the day, banging them out. And I just came back from gym. Yeah, everyone knows about it, yeah. So I'm like sat there and like, bro, I just like crying. Like, I'm like, I don't cry. I've cried like very few times in my life. But I was like,
it's a big
I was
moment, bro.
boo-hoo crying, bro. Because at this point, like the week before I found out about this girl,
Yeah.
I thought I was going to Leeds.
Yeah.
And I don't drink or do anything like that. And it wasn't a good university for me to go to, and I found that out afterwards. Like, as soon as I found out, I had that moment of, raw, Leeds isn't even a good fit for me. Because I'm like, the uni lifestyle isn't even something I want to do. And bear in mind as well, I'm very lucky, I'm like academic, but I didn't even know what I wanted to do at uni. I'm going uni just to go play ball, bro. This is how I'm doing it.
Go. Yeah,
that's how I was
more
viewing
than
it.
that. Yeah.
So, yeah, and then I signed my national letter of intent, and then I was like, then I booked the flights, and I was, bro, that summer, like, I worked, like,
Ass off. You can say
yeah,
it. Yeah.
I worked so hard. Like, I would work out, wake up at 4, I'd go work out, I would just get my reps up. Then I would go lift. But I'm not on about, like, people think as athletes, bro, you can go 5x5 bench, squat, nah, people know, like, who's lifting with me, like, we was doing some, like, out of pocket, like, pull-ups, like, straight into something else, like, I don't know how, like now looking back on it, I don't know how I used to do it. I used to do that, and I'd go work with my uncle, because I needed, bear in mind, okay, cool, I got a scholarship, but I needed to pay for the flights, my insurance, my food, da-da. So I'm grinding, bro. I'm working with my uncle. My uncle's proper, like, Cockney, like, only fools and horses, proper, like, just a safe guy, innit? But he's as blunt as it comes. So I'm doing handyman work with him. Like, imagine this,
wow.
yeah. Like, that's another story. I learned the value of money through my uncle, because he said to me, my first job, this is my first job, he said to me, right, I'm going to pay you at the end of the day. And I thought to myself, okay, cool, bet. What's he going to pay me? But we didn't specify it. This is how I learned, always be clear on what you're getting paid.
Yeah, of course.
He had me shifting a whole, like, 3 floors, a carpet. I'm ripping it up, I'm on my knees doing it. We drive past the KFC, do you know what this guy says to me? What do you want? I'm thinking, cool, he's treating me,
Yeah, give me some
he's
food.
treating me,
Yeah.
I'm like, now I look back on it, yeah, like, I love him, but he was a waste man for this. I got a Zinger burger in it. Yeah, I got a Zinger burger, and I think I wanted 2 wings. He said no to the 2 wings and got me it, and I was like, oh, can I get it as a large? He goes, no. But he acted like he didn't hear me, innit?
Yeah.
I'm thinking, cool, he's a bit older, maybe his hearing's gone. And this guy goes, bro, guy goes to me, hands me the thing and goes like, thanks for your work today. Bro, this is what I'm so, like, look, I'm like you, I'm like, there's no way this guy's just paying me KFC, bro. First of all, I've asked for a large, the brother's not even giving me a large. Second of all, I've asked for £1 extra for 2 hot wings.
He said no.
And he said no. And he spoke to me afterwards and goes to me like, look, I'll give you the money, but you need to understand your self-worth before you go anywhere in life and you start a job. What can you bring to the table? Bro, when he had this talk with me, I wanted to punch him in the face, but at the same time, I was so grateful.
Grateful, yeah.
I learned, I can't just go there and think, rah, he's my uncle, I can do
He's
X,
gonna give me
Y,
everything
Z.
I want. Yeah.
I learned, what am I bringing to the table? So this comes back to basketball, the way I viewed it, what am I bringing to the table? When I'm going into a situation, how can I impact the team? How can I do this, that? But that all started from those little life lessons that I got. So that was where, when I went through college, I carried that with me.
Bro,
like,
yeah, because clearly, like, it's like, I'm reading this book, Atomic Habits.
Oh yeah, I've read it.
This is exactly
I'm heavy on reading, bro. I don't get how, like, I'm not saying if you don't read, you're stupid, but like, us as humans, like, it's our best way to take in knowledge. Like,
I'd agree with that.
Just basic stuff.
Atomic
Habits.
Literally, Atomic Habits, like, this is exactly what it is. Because these kind of life lessons impact your personality, they impacted your actual habits, which impact your outcome. Yeah. And one of the, like, chapters in the book is, like, having, like, habits. Imagine, like, three layers in a circle. So you've got core layer, second layer, outer layer. You've got your identity in the middle, habits, and your outcome. Yeah. Your identity was impacted by people like Harry, your family, obviously your mom, obviously massive part of that. Same with me as well, my mom, shout out. But you know what I'm saying, like, and that would impact your habits, because then you make positive habits. You're not there being a dickhead to X, Y, and Z. You're there working, pursuing the outcome, and the outcome's cool.
Doing extra things as well.
To make this shit happen. So clearly, like, this, you've been doing that without, you realise it obviously, but...
Yeah, now I look back on it though. But
that's what I'm saying, reflective.
But the thing is, like, now, like, I'm grown, bro, and I realise that.
True, yeah.
Like, now, but now it's like hindsight 2020. Now I realise that by the time, I didn't realise that whatsoever. Yeah. So... Because
you're in the moment, going from this, okay, I'm in USA. I'm going to be in USA next year. But in the meantime, I need to go and bash out all this stuff that I've got to...
Understanding as well, like, for me, like, it's a process. Like, I remember always learning, like, it's that whole thing of people worry so much about the outcome, they don't understand the process, like the step-to-step things. Yes. Like if you do the steps right, you're gonna get where you need to go. If you just focus on the outcome, you ain't gonna get there. Because you're just worried too much about the outcome. Like, for example, I was speaking to a kid the other day, and he was like, I wanna play in America, I wanna do this, do that. I'm like, okay, how much are you working out? It's like, told me how much he's working out. And I was like, when you work out, what are you working on? I was like, well, that's your problem. You don't know what you're working on, you don't have a step. A lot of people, they want to go somewhere, but they don't understand, like, for example, and as well, like, say you want to go somewhere and you're driving, you use GPS, right?
Yeah, of course.
We do the same things in life. Yeah. So, for example, every time I wake up, I write down my goals. I'll put them into 3 different categories.
Oh, for real?
Before I go to sleep, I have to. It keeps forefront on your mind. So I'll write. So this is like quick like tip. I'll write, call them knockout goals, which is what I'm gonna bang out for the next day to achieve my goals. So I'll wake up, stretch, yoga, meditate, lift, shoot, go work, whatever. I'll do that, and then I'll write down my long-term goals and then my short-term goals. Yeah. So then my short-term goal, the one for the next day, is helping me achieve my short-term goals. Then my short-term goals will help me achieve my long-term goals. So it's just constantly like feeding them fruit. But do you see what I mean?
Yeah.
So then we're learning about, like, okay, if I do this, then as well, the cool thing is you can look back at what you've done for the day.
Satisfaction.
Yeah, and as well, then you can, like, reflect, like, okay, did I take the steps today that I needed to get to where I want to go? You know? So it's like self-reflection, yeah.
Man, I really wish we had more time.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've gone basketball journey.
Yeah.
But also, it's bigger than basketball.
Yeah, facts.
I want to end on, you touched on it a little bit, but to be fair, you've kind of mentioned it fairly throughout. Obviously, your relationships with people. Yeah. And talking about karma, and talking about, what's that quote? Whatever, don't spit in the air and expect it not to come back down.
Yeah.
I'm going to remember that. So obviously, you talked about a previous, ex being a bit, not a bit, she wasn't faithful. Yeah. Screw her.
Yeah, facts, bro.
So, bun her.
And people wonder why some men turn out the way they do, like, both ways, isn't it? Yeah,
that's a different conversation, but I know what you mean, in terms of where you're at currently, you said that the girl you're with right now is your wife.
Yeah, that's how I view it, yeah.
Okay.
But but as well, like, Islamically, we're taking the steps to make that happen.
I was going to say that happen.
Yeah.
How do you think, because obviously this guy's a very Islamic brother, or at least he tries to be.
I try to be.
Exactly, yeah. So, how does, because we haven't even got as much time as I thought we would have.
That's right.
How much do you think faith ties into your relationship? Because it clearly has with, your mum's obviously, family-wise, you learn the basic steps. Obviously, I grew up Catholic. There's a rosary on my left wrist. Like, I try and do what, especially more so now. I try and you try and follow what God says or what Allah says. How do you think it plays into your relationship as well? Like, how deep rooted really is it? Because obviously she isn't. She isn't.
No. So that's crazy thing. She was christened to go to a certain school. So she's Catholic. She grew up a Catholic, but she isn't necessarily religious. As in that she's not like a devout Christian, goes to church every Sunday, but she does believe in a higher power.
Yeah, of course.
So going back to your question about how do you use
faith? Because even we went and prayed. Is it Maghrib?
Maghrib.
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 I will never forget that. Obviously, I went with you. She doesn't know what the hell we're doing. Obviously, I went with you, Meti, and Soaib, and that was just a very, very, very interesting experience.
Yeah, it was.
Definitely beneficial. Like,
it changes your view on life.
Yeah, even my view on Islam. Not that I was like, oh, I hate Muslims. It was never like that, but it was always like, I appreciate this religion. I just don't know anything about it.
No, but it's natural because when you can always appreciate something, but until you experience it firsthand. Like, I can appreciate your hardships, but saying to experience them firsthand, I can't fully relate.
You can't. You can get it logically, but emotionally, it's not there.
No. So I think my faith with my relationship.
Yeah.
Honestly, the crazy thing is we don't speak about religion a lot. Okay. It's not like I sat her down. The way we met, the universe. There's nothing about the universe, bro. It made it happen. Okay. So imagine she's working. So this is a crazy story. She's working at a chicken shop. I'm not gonna say which chicken shop. Yeah. It wasn't no Dixie or nothing. It was a restaurant, innit? Don't know put a business out there, but it's a nice place.
Yeah.
And me and Meta, it was Ramadan, and we were gonna go to Topgolf.
Trafford.
Yeah, something.
Oh wait, let me not be our location.
Yeah,
sorry.
We end up busting.
There's plenty of food around there.
But we end up taking a wrong turn.
Okay.
So then, and this when lockdown was, so you could work, you could eat outside, but I don't think you could eat inside.
Okay.
But at this point, I was unhappy with my life. I just came back from my last school, so I completed 3 years of college basketball. But I came back because of COVID. Yeah. Season got cancelled, whatever. But that's even a crazy thing. I'm convinced I came back to be put in this situation I'm in now, the universe. So then I walk out and then just I think we was there till we got there at 6, we left, they shut at 10:30, 11, we were talking till then. So then it wasn't I seen her then and I was right away I knew and this is cheesy, alright, I knew this is someone that I want to be with, whatever. But then it wasn't on our first date, I was look, I'm Muslim, I'm a Muslim man, our kids are going to have to be Muslim, they're going to have to pray 5 times a day. It wasn't I was like that, I was look, me being a Muslim, I was honest, I was look, me as a Muslim, there's certain things that I can and I can't do, certain things that I won't do when we have kids. But it's even a crazy thing, bro, it's first date and this is what I'm speaking to her I sat her down and I was look, when we have kids. Now look back on it, that's crazy, But this is nothing.
In society, it's crazy. Yeah. But religiously, you want to set out.
Yeah, but even I think people nowadays our age are scared to put themselves out there. But this is
100%.
But even for her to take it, and a lot of girls would have been you think weird? Nah. She was yeah, cool, and listening.
Wow.
Yeah. That shows her as a person how beautiful she is inside and out. That's what I'm saying, bro. And that's why I talk about my journey of being good to people. That's why I think God gave. Not her to me, but that's why our
brought you in the same kind of.
Because then it's appreciation for each other.
Yeah.
Even I remember the first time we spoke about writing down goals, she was oh my God, you do that as well? And I was we do it the same way. Or even just meditating.
Wait, no conversation about it before you just ended up naturally.
Yeah. Stuff there's millions. I could talk hours about that. There's millions of stuff going on like that.
Okay.
So then, how I think faith's impacted our relationship, I think it's helped because she's understood how I am. And that I will never force my religion upon someone, but I'll always use my religion when I'm in hard times. This past year for me, playing wise, as people know, going in a professional setting, it was extremely hard for me. But my religion, making that jump from playing college basketball to then trying to make it a job, coach job. But my faith got me through that. I can look back at the book I believe in, the Quran, and look at these different things. But then it also helped me in a relationship with her. She respects me because of my faith as well. When for example, during Ramadan, I'm waking up and I'm praying and I'm not eating, but I'm still working out 2-3 times a day. she respects me the same way I respect her. But I feel like our faith, my faith, has helped her respect me. And as well, like even now, like inshallah, when we do take that next step in life, we've agreed, and there's no type of, no, I want them to be Catholic, I want them to be this, it's straight, it's just like, look, like this crazy thing, she was like, I want our kids to be Muslim. But from where she's from, that's not common. A lot of people would be like, no, I want them to be this. So that's where I was blessed.
From as in
location? Like location, background, okay. Like different.
That I got caught.
But like, you know what I mean? Like, different points of views of Muslims. Yeah. But she didn't have that. So that's why I just look at like, even in past relations I've been in, or situations, whatever, they may have been racist, but they've not realized it, or they've felt a certain type of way towards Muslims. About Muslims, and they've met me, and then they're like, oh yeah, but like you're not like other Muslims. Well, but then for me, that's when you then got to ask the question, what is a typical Muslim in your eyes then? You know, like at the end of the day, Islam's beautiful, it's perfect, but some Muslims aren't, and that's because we're people. Yeah, we're humans. Yeah. Everyone makes mistakes, man. So, but yeah, that's how I think it's helped our relationship, honestly, and it's something that I'll like always cherish. Like me being, like, I think she's my, like, gift in this, like we say dunya. I think she's my gift
in this life.
Like, I think the world of her, and she knows that. But anyone knows me, I'm a very open person. Like, bro, I'm on a podcast talking about.
I was gonna say, man, you've done more than I thought. There's great content.
Like, I'm open.
Like, for sure. Like, genuinely, I appreciate the honesty.
And I just think us as people need to cherish the people we're in and the situations we're in, because we're quick to look at the next situation, be like, oh, but that's better. Even for example, guys nowadays, bro, they can be with a girl that's a ride or die, 10-10. Let's just say they don't clean up after themselves. Man, fuck, they go out on a Saturday night, they go lip someone else, and they think, man, fuck her, man, don't want to be with her. Yeah. But they're not looking at, you have imperfections as well.
It was the shortcomings conversation we were having in the car. We come in, we're gonna have a better time. Like, it's like people zone in on what's negative rather than what's positive. But I think that's a society thing.
That is society. That is literally. It's always what we don't have and not what we do have.
On that note, I want to end on something as well.
Yeah.
To be fair, I want to end on asking you two things. One is, aside from people you've named, give me like one or two of your inspirations, just as people, people who you look at and you go, right, I want to emulate X aspect of their.
So, athletes or just anyone in life?
Anyone, bro.
My two biggest inspirations.
Anyone you think of.
Okay, mom. Yeah, alhamdulillah, my mom, and Kobe. Okay. I would say, my mom.
Give me a short reason as to each one.
My mom. She worked, she hooped, done what she done. She worked, like she moved countries to give me a better education, a better starting in life. Like, that type of sacrifice.
Ain't no small,
I can't even fathom. Like now, I've just started working in a warehouse 9 to 5, and I literally came home to her and I was like, Mom, how did you do this? It's crazy, you know, she was working 9 to 5, dropping me off, picking me up, working in the nighttime, doing X, Y, Z. Like she was, bro, like you talk about, like this is the thing. I thought I was working hard as a kid, but then that's the thing, like she was working way harder than I was. So I can't come home and complain and be like, Mom, my legs are tired, I can't go work out today. Are you mad? This woman's just done like
25 hours.
25 hours, and I have the balls and cooked, bro, and cleaned and done this.
Yeah.
So that's my mum, like the mental strength, and just her being a good person when her situation wasn't good and people weren't good to her necessarily, like as a society. And Kobe, just because like RIP and all that. Like people know me, I've been a Kobe fan since like before, like I was young, but I was I always looked at him, not even for him as a basketball player, amazing basketball player, but him as a person and what he did to get to where he wanted to go. Like people think Kobe came in the league and was like breaking guys down, coming off of 2 feet. No, guy first 3 years in the league didn't play, but he worked hard and grew, and it just shows to me like that's in my eyes that's the greatest player to have ever played. That's what he went through. Yeah, that's my personal opinion. That's cool. I can argue that off camera.
We are gonna argue that off camera for sure.
So so that was his journey.
Okay.
But yet he still works through it, and that's the greatest guy to have ever played. He worked out 6 hours a day, let's say. Obviously, that's Kobe's Kobe. Yeah. He put his all into it. And then there's guys out there who want to go play pro, but they can't work out 5 times a week, 2 times a day, weights and working out.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean? It gave me that mindset of like, yo, this is a job and this is what I want to do. Cool, let me treat it like that from young.
Bet. And question 2 was, you've already given me a few quotes, but if you can think of another one good quote that the general public can, I don't know, hear and be like, wow. It can be the spin into the air one, because that one is pretty sick.
Yeah.
But you've been dropping some good bars for the past like hour-ish, so I can't lie.
Let me think. He who says he can and he who says he can't is both right. So there's 3 good quotes I got there, right?
Oh, okay, yeah, you got the, okay, he who says he can, and he who says he can't are both correct.
Yeah.
Don't spit into the air, not expect it to come back down.
Yeah.
And
it'll come up.
Yeah, rewind.
Yeah.
On that note, brother.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming on.
Bro.
You're episode 1. We got to know about basketball a little bit. I'm very glad. Thank you.
Thank you, man. Honestly, I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Keep on doing your thing, man.
I will do my best.
Yeah.
Thank you to Tranquil, the executive producers, directors.
Yeah. Shout out you,
I'm
man.
looking at all of you because, you are. And thank you guys for watching.
Yeah.
Obviously, I don't know what people said in YouTube. Like, comment, subscribe.
Actually do it, please, because these guys are grafting. So we want to see people do well. So actually do it. Don't be these waste men that view it and don't like it. Like.
Yeah, we're gonna make that a bit louder on the edit.
Yeah.
Thanks, man. See you guys later.
Safe, bro.
Peace.